Hello, beautiful children. Congratulations. You guys did it. You have finished, very close to finishing, crazy year of Honors Algebra 2. I'm really proud of everything that you guys have done and how hard you guys have worked. There's a little bit of information that we have not covered that I want to expose you to so that when you get to pre-calculus, it won't be a complete surprise to you. Quite a bit of topics with very little time. So I created something for you that we're going to work on for the next 2 weeks. I want you to consider it as your final. So you will not have an hour-and-a-half like test final. And it's going to be something that each and every one of you is going to do at a different pace, right? And depending on what you choose to do. And I'm giving you a choice. So it looks like, let me share my screen here. There's going to be a folder here that's called Get Ready for Next Year. And it's got chapter 7, 8, and 9 here in it. Now, underneath each of these chapters, there's a link to my YouTube playlist. Now, of course, my playlist is not complete at all. I was looking at it and I had done it a few years ago. I had stopped, added a couple more. You can always go to the Big Ideas Dynamic textbook and look at the little videos they have there. But it's also included here are the suggested IXL lessons that go with it. So when you click on this is for 7-1, Algebra 2, R1, 2, 3, right? And so forth. Now, it's the same thing for each of these chapters. Now, how do you keep track of it and what are you going to turn in? You actually have an option of 3 different options. So here are your options. Mr. Mitchell created this great spider chart, and it's related to sports. So if you're sports minded and you know what a spider chart is, it's where you get to measure yourself in different categories by your strengths, right? And your weaknesses. So if you look at his chart here, what you're going to do is every time you complete something, you're going to kind of color it in. And if you look carefully, it says, oh, SMART score of 60, SMART score of 90. So honestly, we do not expect you to get to a SMART score of 90 or 100 at all, because it's just too much in such little time. But just to get a little bit of exposure to it. Okay, so that's one option. Second option is I created something that's called Getting Ready for Pre-Calc as well. So if you are one of the students that wants to pull yourself away from technology, way too much technology, you don't want to do that, right? And next year, we're hopefully all going back in person, right? I think that's what the plan is. You're going to take your Big Ideas Math textbook. You're going to open it up. You're going to go to chapter 7. Now, this is the Big Ideas chapter 7 race. It's not really a race. You go here to the 4th slide. I created little race cars for you. So you're going to open up to 7-1, preview some of the little videos so that you know how to do it. Then you're going to carefully select your little car. Make sure you select all of it. If you just click on it, you might just get the inside. So you want to select all of it. You're going to right-click cut. You're going to go to your race board, and then you're going to paste it. And if you feel like you did really well on it, you can put your car over here. If you feel like you just were kind of exposed to it, you can put your car here. If you didn't do it at all, put your car over here, right? So you're going to do that for each of your sections. I'm not opening up Big Ideas Math online because the whole point is to pull you away from the technology, and it's going to really just be on your honor, right? I'm not going to be checking your notes. I will be here in class. And of course, if you have questions, but I won't be like checking a digital notebook or anything for it. Okay, so that's your second choice. Third choice is very similar to Mr. Mitchell's spider graph, but I'm using Frogger. Frogger was one of my favorite games growing up, traditional Frogger, right? Here's how this works. On the 4th slide here, oops, I got to put my car back. On the 4th slide, you're going to see little frogs. I don't know if you can see them that well, but each frog has a label on it. So if you want to go to R1, let's say, you work on R1, you remember, highlight the whole froggy, right click cut, go here to your little Frogger game. Let me get out here, zoom out. And then you're going to right click paste, and you put your little Frogger wherever you want. So if you got a SMART score of 25, you just dabbled in it, go to 25. If you put a SMART score of 50, put them right here. SMART score of 100, put them right here. And you can even change the size of the frog. I just kind of made them all the same size for now. And it's not a get to 100, that's how you get graded. It's nothing like that at all. This whole assignment, 2-week assignment, is to give you just a peek into some of the things that we had missed. But in speaking to, the pre-calculus and calculus teachers and knowing the curriculum, you really just need an introduction to it in Algebra 2 to be successful in pre-calculus. This is designed, so I have it for each one. Okay. It's designed to help you, not to hurt you. Okay. So it's as long as you're doing something, right? A little bit of something, you'll do really well on it. The last part of this is here at the end. When you're done with this, and this for you is going to be due either on June 2nd or June 3rd, depending when your final is, you're going to do a self-reflection on your grade. So what percentage grade would you give yourself on this assignment? Why did you give yourself that grade, and how did it help or not help you in covering the material we did not have sufficient time to complete this year? Right? So you're going to tell me, which one did you choose? I chose the spider graph. I chose the race, the big ideas race. I chose the Frogger game, right? You're going to give yourself a grade for that. These, the green ones, you can actually do now. So there's just self-reflection questions. First one is, explain how your thinking or understanding of math is different today from before taking this course and from what it could be next year. So I left 2 slides here in case you need to write some more. You can always add some more, delete some, whatever. The next question is, list 3 ways the skills you've learned can be used elsewhere. So it can be non-math related, but at least have one that's related to math, right? 3 different skills. The last question is, what advice would you give future students taking honors algebra 2? So that is going to be your quote unquote final. We'll be working on it during class. Hopefully I can get best way to do this is to pair you up with some kind of a buddy who's doing something similar. I'm going to put you in groups so that you guys can work on it together. And of course, if you have questions, you come to the main room. I will be here. Raise your hand. I'll go to your breakout room. Whatever you guys need. If any questions that you have at all. Again, this is hopefully to help you guys. It will be, I would suggest making a copy of it and perhaps doing it over the summer, right? If you have time. Or right before school starts to refresh your memory. I believe IXL will be open over the summer. I know that Big Ideas Math will not, and I'm not too sure when you have to return your textbooks. But I know at least IXL will be open. That's it. And again, thank you guys very much for a wonderful year. I've actually really enjoyed having you guys, and I will see you in class. I can't believe I did this. I forgot to tell you what I tell you at the end of every single class. Tell your parents you love them. Bye, guys.